Welcome back, all my good people. And thank you if you're a new subscriber. And thank you if you're coming back again and watching my videos. I really appreciate you. It is summertime, and let me tell you, this is my summertime hairdo. Easy maintenance. Wet it, put in a ponytail, and keep going. It is hot here in Alabama. My air conditioner isn't keeping up with the heat, so I'm going to try not to make this too long. But let's get started. As you saw, I am reading Washington Black. And this book is by Essie Edugyan. I hope I am saying her name right. Forgive me if I'm not. This is a UK copy, so this is the UK cover. I thought it was just beautiful. Look, it has the gold foil in there. And if you're not familiar, this is the author. I believe she is British Canadian. Let me get my glasses and I could tell you. So it says, her Half-Blood Blues won the Scotiabank Giller Prize and was a finalist for the Man Booker Prize, the Governor General's Literary Award, the Rogers Writers Trust Fiction Prize, and the Orange Prize. She lives in Victoria, British Columbia. So, this book won the Man Booker Prize in 2018. It's been sitting on my shelf. And not only do I own that one, and just now getting to it, Half-Blood Blues is also by this author. And this was shortlisted for the Man Booker Prize in 2011. And one of her earlier works, I've had this for a long time, got it at a discount book store, and it's called The Second Life of Samuel Time. So if you read any of these, what I'm discovering in my current read of this, she's an excellent writer. So I'm buddy reading with Leslie from Books, Skers, and Purrs. And we're doing a buddy read via Storygraph. And I am not as far along as I was hoping to be, but guess what? I've got 3 more days to try to get this finished. My bookstore is closed for the 4th of July holiday. This is the day after the 4th when I'm recording it. I don't know if this will be posted on that same day, but I'm getting along with this. And as you may know or not know, this book is being put into a TV miniseries on Hulu. And it comes out July 31st. So I definitely want to have this read and completed by July 31st. And I'm looking forward to reading it. S.K. Brown is one of the lead characters in the projected program that's coming out. So I definitely want to watch it. So that's what I'm doing there. And not only am I reading that for the month of July, but I have to read Black on Black by Daniel Black. Thank goodness it's not that thick. I have to read this for my book club. My friend Jean picked it, so she'll be the facilitator, and I want to be there for her. It is about resilience and brilliance in America. Daniel Black is a deep-thinking author. This is his first nonfiction, I do believe. And I have all his books. I'm still trying to go through all his catalog. But this is definitely one I kind of put on the back burner only because it wasn't fiction, especially historical fiction, which is my favorite. But I'm glad it was picked and it's forcing me to read it. And he's at the Essence Festival in New Orleans this year, 2025, along with my favorite singer, Jill Scott. I'm missing out. That's okay. I'm going to make plans to go 1 year. I really will. So I have to have this read before the end of the month as well. Oh, and also to let you know, I am also listening to this in audio. I'm doing a immersive reading, excuse me, it's not submersive. Immersive reading, and I am enjoying it. Dion Graham is the narrator, and he's doing an excellent job of the dialect. Titch, one of the main characters in this book, he's got that down pat. I can't wait. And I'm visualizing the characters. For instance, okay, listen. Did any of you watch Sleepy Hollow and Ichabod Crane in that series? The white gentleman who came back after death and was working with Abby at, solving crimes and trying to find the headless horseman. I picture him as Titch. I could see him as Titch. I don't know why. I could just see it. So I have not looked at the cast of the series coming out. So I can't wait to see who they have as playing Titch and see how spot on they are. Okay. So that's it for what I'm going to read in the month of July. Oh, and I have a ebook by Cheryl N. Clark. I don't have a physical copy, so I'm going to show you right here over my shoulder. And it's called Reservation Under My Name. And man, let me tell you, she's got a trailer for it. A beautiful clip that exemplifies the characters in the book. It's very good. It's about this very domineering, I'm not finished, so I'm still reading. A very domineering man who has control over his fiance. He wants everything perfect, organized, like she can't even deviate from what she wants to eat. And he picks out her clothes, and he has asked to marry her even though she's feeling some kind of way about it. She needs that freedom. She wants to break away, so she went to Guatemala. And the way this author describes Guatemala makes me want to go. I even asked my husband the other day, I said, would you be interested in going to Guatemala? So that's how good it is. She ingrains the culture. I've even looked up pictures, and I can visualize some of what it looks like as I'm reading the book. And then she talks about, I can't pronounce it, it's called Habitanego. I believe that's what it is. But in Guatemala, they have a little village. It's almost like an amusement park where it looks like a hobbit village with a little door. And I'll show you a picture. It is so cute, but she incorporated that in the book. So it sounds to me, because she's a traveler, that she probably visited Guatemala in this area, this region, the beautiful lakes, the scenery, the culture, the food, the language, and I'm presuming she has incorporated that in her writing. And so it's a series. She's got 2 other books, I believe, coming under this series, and I'm all in. And Miss Nicole has been a friend of mine, and we've been communicating, and I think she is wonderful. So you'll be hearing more about her from me. Okay, so those are the 3 books in the month of July I'm going to definitely get to. And as you all know, I did pick this book out of my TBR jar, and that was House Girl. I picked it out of here. I have not cracked it open yet. Here I go, dragging. But I promise I will, because this definitely intrigues me. So it is I can tell you briefly, House Girl, because this has been out for a while. Let's see. House Girl by Michael Doncor. This was released in 2018. Okay, so I think it's been out as long as Washington Black. And it says, in the tradition of We Need New Names, Michael Doncourt's debut weaves a mesmerizing story of friendship and family as it travels from Ghana to London, following a year in the lives of 3 adolescent girls. And Belinda is one of the characters. She knows how to follow the rules. She has learned the right way to polish water glasses, to wash, and to fold 100 handkerchiefs, and to keep a tight lid on the memories of the village she left when she came to Kumasi to work as a living maid. So that's one of the characters I know we're going to follow, Belinda. But anyway, I think this was guarded as best fiction for 2018. It doesn't matter. All these books are on my shelf. And if I got them, I'm going to try to read them. And I will get to this. I will. All right. What else did I want to tell you about? My June reads. So a quick little wrap up. The books I read in June. And one was Dear Denise. I don't know why I still got this marker in there. I finished it. I finished Dear Denise. And this was so good. If you saw my other video, I gave you some details about it. I'm not going to go into it again. This is nonfiction, and she writes letters to her sister who was killed, Denise McNair, one of the 4 girls in the bombing of the church in Birmingham, Alabama. And this is really powerful. She pours out her soul. She tells her sister about how time has changed from the time she was a young girl to now, including her parents, the community, events, things. I really enjoyed this. This, to me, was maybe a 4.5. I would love to meet the author. I would love to have her come book sign at my bookstore. I don't know, but Dear Denise. So this was an advanced reader's copy from the University of Alabama Press. Thank you guys for the book. And I'm definitely I want to get the hardback to put in my library, because this is something I definitely would gift, and I would refer to anything that's Alabama related, especially in my bookstore. So I will definitely do that. And then I finished with my book club reading A Right Worthy Woman. Still got my flags in there, okay? And Ruth P. Watson did a wonderful job writing this. And let me tell you, my curiosity about Maggie Lena Walker was beyond what I expected. So I knew she had started a bank. She started a store. She was recruiting the young youth in the community to establish businesses of their own. She did so much. The list of things that she accomplished and that she did, and her faith in God, her love for her family, all wrapped up in one. And Ruth P. Watson did a wonderful job writing this book. And if y'all never heard of Maggie Lena Walker, pick this up. Even though it's historical fiction, and I researched almost everything in this book, and it is true to form. I don't want to give too much away, because it kept me reading. It kept me entertained. It kept me informed, and I watched interviews and clips. I would a little further dive into the history behind this woman, Miss Maggie Lena Walker, and impressed. I was impressed. And everyone in my reading group gave it a 5-star read. So pick that up. Oh, and in contribute to Mr. Sly Stone passing away recently, he was, to me, a wonderful musical genius. I wanted to know more about him, so I had purchased this book, and one of my book hauls probably showed it in an earlier video. I'm glad I have it, and it's called Thank You for for letting me be myself again, which is from the song that he wrote. And it says here, Sly has lived 100 lives, and they are all here. Sly inspires complicated thoughts in me and even more complicated feelings. He makes me feel nostalgia and admiration, makes me feel young and old, makes me feel happiness and sadness and vitality and weariness and love and hate and more. And yet, when it comes to this book, my thoughts and feelings are also simple. I never thought the day would come when I would hold it in my hand. It is the result of years of work by others that are in turn the result of decades of joy and toil in the life of Sly himself. I am so happy to play a part in bringing it into the world. And that is given by Questlove. And so this book was written in conjunction with Ben Greenman, and it is definitely a memoir. And the foreword is by Questlove. But I am so saddened to know that he has passed away, and he has made some history with his music. So let's contribute here to his catalog of music, because he was wonderful. All right, now I also went to a book signing, and this was in my neighborhood. There's a gentleman 2 doors down from my bookstore. He reopened his secondhand bookstore after I announced I was opening mine. I think he felt neglected. So, Mr. Charlie, as time goes by, I used to buy a lot of his books out of his secondhand shop. My books are a little newer, so we try to bounce off of each other. He sends people to me, I send people to him. But he invited me to a book signing for a local author, and I went. And I decided to find out what this gentleman is about. So it's a book signing reading of Brass and Brick. And that was on Saturday, June 28th. And the author is Brian Clements. And he has written 3 books so far. It says here he was born in Louisiana and raised in Marion, the city where I live. Marion, Alabama. He is a member of the final peacetime graduating high school class from Marion Military Institute. So it's a military institute here in our town. And a beautiful campus. Wonderful. They have nice events too. He lives in West Central Alabama with his wife, Candy, and their children, Emily and John. Well, he was a very quiet and preserved man, and I kind of had to help along with the book event because he didn't know what to do, and I said, just be yourself, relax. And so I had to ask him questions about his book. And the book is centered around our town. And this one takes place, it's called Brass and Brick. And this is the first book. I was recommended to buy his first book in the series. And it says a Joe Bamberg mystery. So it's a mystery. And it says here, August 2020, life has marched on, but Joe seems to have fallen out a step somewhere along the way, working for his hometown newspaper. Joe is bored with garden club meetings. A cadet at Joe's old alma mater plunges to his death from the school's rappelling tower on the same night that a local drug dealer and his associates are executed. After 20 years incommunicado, his best friend from the institute and the roommate of the cadet who committed suicide shows up on Joe's doorstep. Chris Smith has a startling admission. His roommate didn't commit suicide. He was murdered. So yeah, I will definitely get to this. Thank you, Brian. It was a pleasure meeting you. And it always pays to go to these book signings because you end up learning more than you thought you did. And he signed it. It's autographed. It's autographed and dated. So that's that. All right. Let me also tell you about my epic journal fail. I have been so busy with the bookstore and then reading, trying to keep caught up with buddy reads, book club reads, in between a lot of my other work I have to do, that I have neglected my book journal. So I was asked to do a video showing what my book journal looked like, but I didn't do it. And the reason why is because I'm not comfortable with it. And then I slacked off. It just doesn't feel authentic to me. I've been doing a lot of cutting and pasting. And I got all these pieces of paper in here that I have not followed through with. And so I'm also not so sure about the format of this book because I deviated from the book journals I did before, and I kind of might go back to that format where they were in a 3-ring binder type of book journal, and I could just insert the pages. I could write. I don't know. I seem to have kept up with that a little easier. But anyway, I got to think about what I'm going to do. I love the size of this. I just have to be more committed and quit trying to worry about being so neat and creative and just write it down, Donna. Just get it done. And I got a mini book haul to show you guys. And I also have 2 book tags that I've been mentioned in. And I got to work on those videos. So those are coming. And whew, you all give me a minute. Let me get my breath. So because I don't want to keep this video going on and on and on and on, I'm just going to show you my mini book haul. And one is The Unexpected Diva. And this is a novel by Tiffany L. Warren. And I happen to also see another booktuber talk about it, and I said, oh, I've got to, because of course it's historical fiction. And Tiffany Warren is a good writer. And let's see. Before the Civil War, Black opera singer Elizabeth Taylor Greenfield reigned supreme on northern stages, even performing at Buckingham Palace. Novelist Tiffany L. Warren brings this remarkable but forgotten diva story to life for modern readers. So yeah, we've got to get to that. I was hoping this summer to do some romance reading, which I am missing out on the Read So Lit selection, but I have to figure it out on my own. And so I did. I've been trying to buy this book, the one I'm getting ready to show you, so many times. Every time I went into, let's say, book outlet, by the time I put it in my cart and was getting ready to pay, it was gone. And they kept getting it back and kept getting it back. Finally, I got it. I just think this cover is just adorable. It's so cute. It says Curvy Girl Summer by Danielle Allen. And I think she's got the second book to this coming out. And it says here, Bridget Jones's Diary meets Survival of the Thickest in Danielle Allen's Curvy Girl Summer, a smoky, hot, hilarious novel about the perils of online dating. So I want to read this. And her second one, I probably will get that too, especially if this is good. And back in October, when I did my Halloween video, if you want to go back and look, I don't know, but I happened to see this and I had to get it because it attracted me, and it's called Curdle Creek, a novel by Yvonne Battle Felton. And I said, I'll probably read this come October. And it says here, oh, they got a shout out by Tanana Rivedu. Curdle Creek is a thoughtful, sinister tour de force. Yvonne Battle Felton writes so convincingly that the reader is forced to ponder what unthinkable choice we mask behind our own quest for belonging and what wrongs we must answer for. So yeah, for fans of The Lottery and The Hunger Games, this novel set in a small town with a sinister tradition is chilling in the best possible way. I'm not going to read two more because I like mystery. I like to not know a lot about a book till I've read it, you know. So, Curdle Creek. And then this was on my wish list. Had to get it. And it's called Pride and Joy. This is a novel by Louisa Onome. And it's so pretty. Look at that cover. It is just so cute. Yes. It says an addictive family drama with bold characters and big laughs. And that is by Jane Igharo, the acclaimed author of Where We End and Begin. So I think I have some of her books. But it says, Onome has created a family so rich in heritage and complexity that I can't believe these characters do not really exist. The love from Nigerian culture clearly shines through the page, and I did not want this beautiful book to end. And that is by the author Jesse Q. Sutanto, national bestseller of Dial A for Aunties. All right. Got that. And then the Walmart bin of books that they were trying to sell, get rid of. I think I paid less than $7 for this. I read a few of Jasmine Guillory's books. However, I figured I was not going to continue with her series. They were okay. You know, they were cute. But I think I wanted to explore something else. But when I saw this book, I said, okay, why not for $6.97? And that is Drunk on Love. And I'll probably, if I can listen to this in audio while I read, or just listen to it while I'm doing other things, yeah, I may enjoy this. I'm looking forward to it. It's a romance. Who knows? I might be able to fit this in next month. And yeah, it is. Morgan Noble needs some relief from the stress of running the family winery with her brother. Enter Luke, sexy, charming, and best of all, in the too small world of Napa, a stranger. The chemistry between them is undeniable, and Margot is delighted that she lucked into the perfect one-night stand she'll never have to see again. That is until the winery's newest hire, Luke, walks in the next morning. Margot is determined to keep things purely professional, but when every interaction reminds her of the attraction still bubbling between them, it proves to be much more challenging than she expected. So, a winery, drunk in love, I get it now. I get it. So if you've read this, let me know what you thought. Is it worth my time? Well, you all, thank you for watching. I appreciate you being here. I will be following up with some videos, some book tags that were sent to me, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you. Bye.